Introducing your 2011 AAA Blues. Defenseman. Number 2, Patrick Komodowski. Defenseman. Number 7, Hutch Rubis. Forward. Number 9, Tyson Boyer. Defenseman. Number 10, John Peterson. Defenseman. Number 11, Malachi Smith. Defenseman. Number 12, Linus Brooks. Forward. Number 13, Brandon Bauer. Forward. Number 16, Braden Harris. Forward. Number 17, Jackson Giorgio. Defenseman. Number 19, Emerson Minimin. Forward. Number 21, Mason Blanchard. Forward. Number 27, Grant Fugner. Forward. Number 29, Ian Bowers. Goalie. Number 30, Max Stutzer. Goalie. Number 31, Luke Scanapieko. Forward. Number 66, Braden Schneider. Forward. Number 85, Gordon Crowley. Forward. Number 88, Luke Wessel. Forward. Number 91, Jonathan Zilm. Forward. Number 93, Ben Spatansky.
Okay, let's go.
Good morning, Blues fans. We are live here at the Centene Community Ice Center for Game 2 against the Sioux Falls Power. Blues won yesterday 8-0. Sioux Falls has also lost to Carshield twice this weekend. So they're going to look to come out with some urgency and try to bring it to the Blues early in this game. Blues would like to continue their momentum from yesterday. Blues are going to send out the, looks like a new line configuration. We have Wessel, oh no we don't, sorry. The Spatansky line comes out. It will be Spatansky, Wessel, Blanchard up front with Malachi Smith and Linus Brooks as the defenseman. Max Stutzer gets the start after Luke Scanapieko had a shutout yesterday. Blues win the face-off. Mason Blanchard gets a pass. He fans on his next pass. It's picked off by Sioux Power. Blues take it right back. Their exit out of the zone is picked off by the Power, and they're going to put it back deep into the blue zone. Malachi Smith grabs it in the corner. He shakes off a hit. Blues put it behind the net, goes up to the sideboard. Spatansky hits his man. Power come away with the puck. They put it back in deep. That's picked up in the corner by Malachi Smith. He takes a hit and loses the puck. He takes it right back off their stick, sends it up the sideboards to Wessel. Wessel brings it across the red line, chips it forward for Blanchard. Blanchard with room gets in, gets a shot off. Good save by the Power goaltender as he's going to hold on to it and take a whistle with 14:15 left here in the first period. Blues send out a fresh line. They have Giorgio, Boyer, and Zilm up front. Defensive pair will be Peterson and Rubis. Face off one back to the point. Peterson's shot goes just wide, comes all the way out to the far side point here. Rubis gets it, puts it behind the net for Giorgio. Giorgio tries to do it behind the back pass to the front, hits the cage. Power pick it off, and then Blues all over them. Boyer takes a hit, holds the puck on the boards. Giorgio helps him out. They battle three Power players. And somebody's going to go to the penalty kill, and it is the Power. So Power will take the first penalty of the game as they're going to go to the box for cross-checking. So Blues go to their first power play this game with 13:56 left here in the first period. They will keep the same group on the ice. Giorgio centering Zilm and Boyer. Peterson and Rubis will be the defensive player lineup. Offensive zone faceoff comes to the right of the Power goalie, one back to Peterson. Peterson goes to his partner Rubis. Rubis back to Peterson. He's got a lane shot. That's tipped just wide by Giorgio. Boyer picks it up in the corner. He's going to skate out top of the circle, goes far side for Peterson. Peterson has to pick it up off the boards. He drops it down the corner to Zilm. Zilm out to the point to Rubis. Rubis skates the line, trying to make a little bit of room, gets the guy to overcommit, goes to Boyer. Boyer on the side of the circle, goes down low for Zilm. Zilm tries to put it in front for Peterson. Peterson gets a shot off, can't get it to the net though, as it bounces all the way out to the point, and Rubis picks it back up. He's going to skate it in. He tries to go far side for Boyer. It bounces, but Boyer picks it up anyways. He goes down low for Zilm. Zilm far side tries to hit Peterson. Puck bounces off a deflection out to Rubis. Goes to Boyer. Boyer now on the sideboards. He goes down low in the corner for Zilm. Zilm to Giorgio. Giorgio's shot. Another good save by the Power goaltender. And that's going to go all the way down for icing. So 12:46 left here in the first period. 31 seconds left in the Blues power play. We get a fresh unit. Komodowski, Miniman on defense. Crowley, Bauer, Bowers up front. Crowley lines up to take this offensive zone faceoff. It is a tie-up. Power come away with it. They clear to the neutral zone. Komodowski grabs at the red line, circles into the blue zone. Now he comes back to the neutral zone. He's going to skate it through. He goes far side for Crowley. Crowley tries to hit Bauer, cutting towards the net. Power grab it. They're going to send it all the way back down. They're going to say no icing. That clearly didn't hit a player's stick on the other team, but they call it off anyways. Outlet pass connects to Crowley. He's going to bring it back in. He's got space. Tries to get to the middle and gets it to Bauer. Gets tipped off of his stick. Bounces out to the point. Komodowski grabs it. That's going to do it for the Power penalty. And Miniman gets it now from Komodowski, puts it down low for Crowley. Crowley tries to take it to the net, puts it in front, loose puck, and I believe it was Bauer pushing that in. He's up by one. Up here in the first period. Let's see who goes through the line. I think they're going to say Ian Bowers now. Ian Bowers, probably staff line on that goal. 12:04 left in the first. Blues go up by one, and we will have no change in personnel for the center ice faceoff. Face-off, won by the Blues back to Miniman. He has a bounce, picks it back up. He's going to go far side for Bowers. Bowers crosses the blue line, pulls up. He puts it towards the center, gets it to Bauer. Bauer drops it for Crowley. Right back to Bauer. Comes out to the point. Komodowski holds on to it. He circles. He puts it down in the corner for Bauer. Bowers to Bauer. Shot, that's on. Good save by the Power goaltender there. Blues will make a full line change. They send out the Crowley. They send out Fugner, Schneider, Harris up front. Defensive pair will be Smith and Brooks. Face-off is one to the corner for Harris. Harris kicks it down low for Fugner. Fugner reverses. He's going to take it out. He goes out to the point to Brooks. Brooks takes a shot. That's loose in front as it hits off somebody. He had Schneider wide open on the side of the net there. I don't think he saw him. Good hit by Fugner to finish his playoff. Good hit by Harris to finish his playoff. And they're going to call a penalty on Harris. That was a clean hit, but he's going to the box. So Blues go right to the penalty kill. Blues send out Spatansky and Wessel up front. Brooks and Smith will stay on defense. Face-off is won by the Power. They send it back to the point. They go D to D on the blue line. One more time. Long shot. That gets through. Easy glove save by Stutzer as he gloves it and holds on to it. Dancy lines up, take this draw. He wins it to the corner for Smith. Smith sends it hard around the boards. That's going to go all the way to the blue line, held in. And now Wessel battles a man. Power come away with it. They skate it out. It crosses the blue line, so they're going to have to retreat into the neutral zone and let their players leave the blue zone. They drop pass in their own zone right at the top of the dock. They're going to skate it through the neutral zone across the red line, now into the blue zone. Wessel right there with them. And Spatansky then picks off his. They push it forward, and Blues with a 2-on-1. And now a breakaway for Wessel as he gets held onto, and he buries. So shorthanded goal by Wessel. Up by 2. And Spatansky and Wessel continuing their fruitful penalty-killing efforts as they intercept the pass inside the blue zone, tip it forward, and it was good hustle. 2-on-1, and bury the puck gets held. Blues send out Boyer and Blanchard up front to kill the penalty, the rest of this penalty. But here comes Boyer. He's got space the outside. He gets around. Oh, he couldn't get the shot off at the very end. They knock the goalie stick out of his hand, get it back to Peterson. Peterson to Boyer. Boyer's just going to chip it in deep. Blanchard goes in on the forecheck. They're going to bring it near side corner. Blanchard hits his man and holds him there. Knocks it off. Boyer picks up the loose puck. He takes a shot. Glove save. Paddled behind the net now. And it goes far side. Power goaltender still doesn't have a stick. They're going to bring it out of the zone now. And they go far side. They get it into the Blues territory. Hutch Rubis picks that up. Takes it behind the net. He goes hard off the boards. He hits Boyer. Boyer gets around one man. Here come the Blues. 2-on-1. Shorthanded again. And they hit Blanchard. Blanchard shoots, and he goes just wide of the near side post, picked up by the Power. They're going to clear their zone again. And they skate it through the neutral zone. Blues back at full strength. Puck picked off right inside the blue zone. And Power get it, and they put it back in. Peterson hits his man. The puck bounces to Rubis. Rubis goes far side for Blanchard. Blanchard hits Harris, who's fresh on the ice after his penalty. It comes around. He takes it into the corner. He reverses. He's waiting for reinforcements. He goes out to point to Schneider. Schneider goes to Rubis. Rubis skates it down low. He takes it behind the net. He goes out to the point to Miniman. Miniman back to Rubis. Rubis, shot, that's a pad save. Buechner picks up the loose puck in the corner. It hits off the boards. It is stuck there. Schneider battles for it. He holds. He sends it behind the net to Harris. Harris has to get around one man. He does so. He reverses down low for Buechner. Buechner takes it behind the net. He reverses. Buechner's battling two men. He comes out with the puck still. Schneider goes in to help him out. And Schneider's going to push it behind the net. He shakes off a hit, drops it for Buechner. Buechner has it knocked off of his stick. And finally, Power get it. They try to clear. Glove down by Komodoski. Komodoski skates it in. He brings it to the side. He looks. He goes to Buechner. Buechner buries. Buechner from Komodoski. He buries it. Blues go up by 3, 8:32 left here in the first period. Power have called a timeout. So we'll be back after this timeout. And we are ready to continue this game. Blues send out Giorgio, Boyer, Zelm up front. Komodoski and Miniman will continue on defense. Face off won by the Blues. Komodoski's going to have to retrieve it all the way down in his own corner. He does so. He goes behind the net hard for Miniman. Miniman goes up the middle for Giorgio. Giorgio tips it to the neutral zone, and Power going to bring it right back into the blue zone. They take it to the outside, fan on a shot. Giorgio's there battling for it. Komodoski picks it up. He's going to go for a skate. That's Boyer, actually. It's blocked. The shot is blocked by Giorgio, and here he comes on a partial break. He's got Zilm. He tries to get the pass there. That goes between his legs. He gets out to the point to Miniman. Miniman to Komodoski. Komodoski circles, goes down low for Boyer. Boyer, quick one-touch pass to Giorgio. Zilm hits his man behind the net, knocks the puck off his stick. Boyer grabs it. He chips it out to Miniman. Miniman steps around one man. He's going to bring it in. Shot. It's goal by Miniman. So Miniman puts the Blues up by 4 with 7:47 left here in the first period. Blues send out Crowley, Bauer. Bauer's up front with Brooks and Smith on defense. Face-off is a tie-up. Power come away with it. Picked off by Crowley. Gets knocked off of his stick. Good stick by Bowers. Breaks up the next entry. And that puck is going to go in offsides. So we'll have a neutral zone face-off right next to the Blues bench. 4-0 Blues lead here about halfway through the first period. Face-off won by the Power. They put it off the boards, put it in deep. Smith is going to grab that behind his net. He's going to bring it out near side. He goes up for Bauer on the sideboards. Bauer chips it around his man. Crowley's there for it. Crowley brings it. He goes to Bowers in front. It's tipped by a Power player in the corner. Bowers grabs it, gives it to Crowley. Crowley back out to Bowers. That pass is picked off, and Power bring it out of the Blues zone, or out of their own zone into the neutral zone. They bring it into the Blues zone, get to the outside, long shot, pad save to the corner by Stutzer. Bowers picks it up. He sends it up the boards, hits off the Powers defenseman's stick, goes to the neutral zone. Good forecheck by Crowley broke up them moving the puck back forward. Power come away with it. They're going to put it in deep, glove down by Malachi Smith. He circles at the top of his dot. He goes to Bauer at the red line. Bauer goes to Bowers, has a tip off of his stick. Power come away with it. They put it right back into the neutral zone. Blues grab it. They send it far side. Nobody home as they're starting a line change. And their next pass tips off the stick of Spatansky, comes into the Blues zone. Rubis fresh on the ice, grabs it. He goes back to Smith. Smith chips it to the neutral zone. He gets it to Wessel. Wessel around one man, gets to the outside. He tries putting it into the center, and that is gloved down by the Power goaltender. He's going to hold on to it for a whistle. Offensive zone face-off to the left of the Power goaltender here with 6:23 left. Spatansky lines up to take it. He ties up his man. Power grab it. They go off the boards. That's going to go all the way down, and that will be icing. Oh, they wave it off. So they wave off the icing, and Peterson grabs it behind the net. He goes far side to Wessel. Wessel goes far side to Rubis. Rubis makes a move around one, hits the skate of a Power player. Blanchard knocks off his stick. Rubis comes back away with it. He makes a couple moves. He drops it down low for Blanchard. Blanchard on the sideboards. He's going to cut towards the center. He's got room, gets around the last man, takes it to the far corner. He drops it down low for Wessel. Wessel skates it up the sideboards. He gets hit. Power come away with the puck, and they push it out to the neutral zone. Rubis has it. He's going to skate it back into the Power zone. Drops it for Spatansky. Spatansky shot. That goes just over the crossbar. Wessel picks it up on the far side boards, and Power grab it, and they push it around him, and they bring it to the neutral zone. Good stick by Rubis. Breaks that up. Tips it for Wessel. Wessel brings it in. Round one. Round two. Takes the shot. That goes just far of the outside post. And Blues are going to go back on the power play as a high stick is being called against the Power. Blues send out Fugner, Schneider, Harris up front with Miniman and Komodowski on defense. Fugner lines up, take this draw. It is put to the corner, held there by Schneider. He pushes it around one man. Harris comes in and helps him out. Harris pushes it for Schneider. Harris sends it to Schneider. Schneider out to the point to Komodowski. Komodowski over to Miniman. Miniman, he takes a shot. That's blocked. Comes right to the sideboards. He picks up his own rebound. He goes over to Komodowski. Komodowski back to Miniman. Miniman to Harris. Harris down low for Fugner. Fugner hits Komodowski. Komodowski makes a move, circles. He's looking for somebody. He goes to Schneider. Schneider back to Komodowski. Over to Miniman. Down low for Harris. Harris one-timer. That goes just wide. Komodowski pinches, holds it there. And the puck is tipped up in the air, held there. Komodowski holds at the line. He takes a shot, glove save, and that is held on to. .420 left here in the first period. Blues lead 4-0. 35 seconds left on the Blues power play. They send out Giorgio, Boyer, Zilm up front with Smith and Brooks on defense. Offensive zone face-off comes to the left of the Power goaltender. Face-off is won by the Power. They send it up off the glass, glove down by Smith. He goes over to his partner Brooks. He's got room. He fans on the shot. Power come away with it, and they're going to bring it right back in. They take a shot from the neutral zone, hits the pad, comes all the way out to Boyer. Boyer circles in front of his own net. He tips it forward for Giorgio. Giorgio's going to bring it far side, chips it around one man. And another good hold at the line by Malachi Smith. Boyer gets it to Zilm. Zilm takes a hit. Giorgio battles for the loose puck. They grab it. They're going to send it all the way out. That's going to go all the way down, and it's going to go on net, so no icing as Stutzer plays it for Brooks. Here comes Brooks through the blue zone into the neutral zone. He tries chipping it around. That's hits off a power player. And they bring it right back in, take a shot. Glove saved by Stutzer, put behind the net for Smith. And another turnover by the Blues. And that puck is going to come all the way out, though. So offsides against the Power with 3:25 left here in the first period. Blues send out the Crowley-Bauer-Bowers line up front with Peterson and Rubis on defense. Blues win the face-up. They're going to put it in deep. Crowley goes in on the fourth check. He reverses, takes the hit. Bowers comes to help him, comes over to the puck. He tries a wrap around. Good save by the Power goalie there with his pad. Comes into the corner. They put it behind their own net. Crowley comes into forecheck, picks off the pass, sends it out to the point to Rubis. Rubis holds at the line, goes down low, tries to hit Crowley. It hits the sideboard, bounces out front. Power push it back into the corner. Bauer grabs it. He puts it back in deep. Crowley forechecking. Power grab it. They reverse and go opposite side, and they're going to bring it now. They go back behind their net, D to D one more time. And now they're going to try to take it out far side. That puck is kicked by Peterson, but it goes all the way out, and I don't know what they called. I think they called hand pass, but I'm not sure. That was off the skate of Peterson. No change in personnel for the Blues. Crowley, Bowers up front. Peterson, Rubis on defense. Face-off is won by the Blues. Bauer tries to give it to Rubis. It rolls a little bit. Rubis grabs it at the red line. He's going to throw it in deep. Comes all the way around far side. Bauer comes in, pushes it behind the net for Crowley. Crowley and Bowers now battle for it. It comes into the corner. Bowers grabs it. He tries to go up the boards. Gets it to Peterson. Peterson slap shot from the point. And that is on net, held onto, and we have a whistle. 2:16 left here in the first period. 4-0 Blues. Offensive zone face-off to the right of the Power goaltender. And Spatansky, Wessel, and Blanchard will be up front. Komodowski and Miniman on defense. Blues win it. They send it out to the point. Held at the line by Komodowski. He goes far side to his partner, Miniman. Miniman down low for Blanchard. Blanchard behind the back pass for Spatansky. Spatansky makes a move. He's going to skate it behind the Power net. He gives it to Wessel. Wessel takes it to the front, tries to give it back to Spatansky. It rolls on him. Spatansky puts it through his legs for Blanchard. Blanchard, he's going to skate it. He gets hit on the boards. He's going to hold it there. Spatansky goes to help. Spatansky picks up the loose puck after Wessel hit his man, gets it to the front, and that's a kick. Wow. Sioux Falls parents don't seem to understand that kicking is against the rules and an automatic match misconduct. We'll submit that to USA Hockey for them, and they can think about that on their own. Face-off is won by the Power. They make a bad pass off their own skate, goes into the corner. They send it behind. They go out to the point, can't clear, goes right back to Blanchard. Blanchard reverses to Spatansky. Spatansky takes it towards the front. He runs into two players. They're going to clear it up to the neutral zone. They get it out. They're going to take it into the blue zone. Shot, that goes wide. Steered to the corner by Stutzer. Spatansky back checking, pushes it forward, gets it out to Wessel. Wessel around another man. That's going to go all the way down. That is on net, and that will be a covered puck as well with 1:03 left here in the first period. Blues send out the Fugner, Schneider, and Harris line up front with Malachi Smith and Linus Brooks covering the defensive positions. Fugner lines up to take this face-off to the left of the Power goaltender. Face-off won by the Blues, back to Brooks. Brooks gives it to Smith. Smith puts it back in deep. Harris fights for it behind the net, goes into the corner. Fugner there hits his man, knocks him off the puck. Fugner puts it back in deep. Harris goes in on the forecheck. It gets pushed back to the corner by the Power. He battles again. Schneider goes in to help. He holds it there. Fugner's going to hold. Gets it for Schneider. Schneider tries to reverse it for Harris. Fugner grabs it, goes behind the net. Harris picks it up. He cuts it towards the front, gets knocked off of his stick. Smith grabs it, goes to Brooks. Brooks' shot hits somebody. Harris picks it up. He tries to go to the front. That gets picked off as well, and Power going to bring it back out to their own zone through the neutral zone. They go far side. Good stick by Malachi Smith breaks that up. And Buechner with a good stick breaks up the next one. The Blues are able to push it back to the neutral zone. They go far side, D to D on their own blue line. Harris all over him. Brooks hits his man. The puck squirts into the corner, and that will do it for the first period. Your Blues lead 4-0. And we'll be back for the second here shortly. And we are ready to get the second period underway. Blues send out Giorgio, Boyer, and Zilm up front. Rubis and Peterson on defense. Power control in their own zone. They reverse it behind the net. That hits off the skate of Giorgio as then Boyer puts it in deep and finishes his check. Giorgio battles behind. Boyer kicks it behind the net. It goes to a power player, and they're going to bring it back out. They're going to go far side, and here they come through the neutral zone. And Peterson does a good job, pushes him down to the ice, knocks the puck loose, and then he's going to skate it through the neutral zone. He dodges a hit. Power come away with the loose puck. It's picked up by Rubis. He crosses the red line. He puts it in deep. Blues go in on the forecheck now. Boyer comes in near side. Zilm far side. Puck squirts out to Rubis. Rubis tries to go to Peterson. Power grab it, and they're going to send it all the way down, and that will be an icing against the Power. 14:06 left here in the second period. Blues lead 4-0. They send out the Crowley-Bauer line up front with Miniman and Komodowski on defense. Face off in the offensive zone is a tie-up. Push to the corner. Power sent it around far corner. Miniman's going to pinch on the boards. He holds it down low. Power still control. They go far side. That deflects off somebody. Good hold by Komodowski at the line as that puck was bouncing. He has it taken off of his stick. They're going to bring it back through their own slot. That is knocked away. Goes to the sideboards. Bauer picks up the loose puck. He goes down low for Bowers, Crowley. His pass is picked off. Power come back with it through the neutral zone. They're going to dump it in once they cross the line. Komodowski grabs it. He shakes off a hit, sends it forward. Bowers tips it up for Crowley. Crowley gloves it. He's going to skate it through the neutral zone. He gets around the last man with space. Shot on. Good save by the Power goaltender again. They send it out to the point. Komodowski holds. He's going to skate it towards the middle. He's got room. He takes it into the far corner. He pulls up. He's going to send it behind the net. Bowers grabs it on the sideboards. He goes all the way over to Komodowski, hits the tip of the goalie's stick, and goes deeper into the corner. Komodowski grabs. He goes up the boards to Miniman. Miniman's going to skate it, top of the circle, down below the circle, back out to Komodowski. Komodowski, long shot, glove save held on to by the Power goaltender. And we'll have a whistle with 12:47 left here in the second period. Blues send out Spatansky, Blanchard, Wessel up front, Smith and Brooks on defense. Offensive zone face-off to the left of the Power goaltender is won by the Power, then lost back to the Blues. Smith gets it from Brooks. He tries to go far side for Wessel. His pass picked off, comes the board. Good pinch at the line by Brooks, holds it in the Power zone, and now a battle ensues on the boards. Another good step up by Brooks, breaks up the next exit pass. Puck does come to the neutral zone. Spatansky grabs it, and he goes back to Brooks. Brooks goes far side for Smith. Smith's going to bring it into the Power zone, takes it to the outside. He tries to go to the front to Wessel. Loose puck in front. Another shot by Smith. That's fought off by the Power goaltender. Another good save by him. Comes all the way back. Brooks picks it up in the blue zone. He goes right back to Smith. Smith's going to skate it through the neutral zone. He drops it for Wessel. Wessel drops it again for Smith now. Smith shot on goal by the Blues. So Smith puts the Blues up by 5 here with 12 left in the second period. Blues defense all over the scoreboard today. I believe that's the third defensive goal for the Blues. And we will get a fresh unit onto the ice. There. Schneider up front, Rubens and Peterson on defense. Face off, won by Fugner. Schneider has it on the sideboards. He chips it around a man and puts it in deep. Harris, first man to the puck. He battles in the corner with it. Fugner goes in to help him out. Harris makes a move around the one man, holds it there. Fugner now pushes farther towards the corner. Two Powers player holding it there. And they're going to switch positions. And finally, the puck squirts out. Schneider picks it up. He takes it behind the net, reverses for Harris. Harris gives it back to himself. He goes far side, tries to hit to Schneider. Schneider tips it towards the net. Loose puck in front. Harris grabs it. He's going to make a move. He drops it to Fugner. Fugner shot on. Puck, a good save by the goalie again. And Power put it into the Blues bench. So 11-12 left here. Blues will make another line change. They send out Giorgio, Zilm, and Boyer up front. Peterson and Rubis will continue on defense. Stutzer still the goalie. Giorgio lines up to take this offensive zone face-off to the left of the Power goalie. It is won by the Blues. Peterson gives it to Rubis at the point. Rubis sends it towards the front of the net. That deflects off something, goes wide, and squirts back to the net, and it is held onto by the Power goaltender for a face-off. We're going to do it again from the Power goalie's left. It is again won by the Blues. It's bobbled in the skates of Boyer. They push it out. They're going to clear it around, and good hustle to get back by both Blues defensemen as Rubis sends it up the sideboards. Giorgio grabs it. He goes to the outside. He's got space. He gets towards the front, and his shot, that deflects just wide. Boyer hits his man. Power grabs the puck behind the net. They're going to reverse behind their net again, and Giorgio all over him. Boyer behind the net battles for it, and Power come away with it. They go up the sideboards. They're going to chip it forward, and they try to clear to the neutral zone. That's picked off by Peterson, and then that will be a offsides against the Blues. So center ice face off after that offside against the Blues. They send out Crowley, Bowers, and Bauer up front. Defensively, we'll have Komodowski and Miniman. Face off won by the Blues. Komodowski goes to his partner Miniman. Miniman gives it back to Komodowski. Komodowski's going to go for a skate. He gives it forward to Bauer. Bauer brings it in, drops it for Komodowski. Komodowski has it roll on his stick. He pushes it in deep for Bauer. Bauer back to Komodowski. That goes behind the net, hits something, stops there. Bauer comes away with it out to Bauer. Quick one-time shot, and that is held on to by the Power goaltender, and we'll have another face-off in the offensive zone. New forward unit for the Power. Blues keep the same 5 players on the ice. Crowley lines up, take this draw. He wins it back to Miniman. Miniman takes a shot. That goes far side. Komodowski was pinching. He tried to catch that one. He skates it, grabs it towards the center, back to Crowley. Crowley's one-timer goes just wide, or it was saved. Can't tell from down here. Bauer holds at the line, gives it to Bowers. Back to Bauer, one-timer, blocker save this time. Bauer battles for his own rebound. He wins it, takes it behind the net, sends it to the front. No Blues player can get a stick on it. Good hold by Komodowski on the sideboard as Blues control the puck here. Bowers battles behind. He pushes it behind the net. No Blues player there. Power bring it out. The sideboard's near side. They're going to go far side. That hits off Bowers. Stays in the Power zone. They reverse D to D right at their own dot. And they try to hit a seam pass, and that is going to go all the way down for icing. So 9:09 left here in the second period. Blues lead 5-0. The Spatansky line jumps the boards with Blanchard and Wessel on the wings. Brooks and Smith join them as their defensive duo. Spatansky lines up, take this draw. It is won by the Power into their own corner. Blanchard hits his man. They push it behind the net. They go out to the sideboards near far side. Spatansky immediately on him, holds it on the boards. Power come away with it. They try tipping it into the neutral zone. That's picked off by Blanchard, held there. Spatansky picks up the loose puck, chips it around the defenseman. They pick it up. They take it behind their own net. They're going to bring it out near side. Their pass hits off a stick of a Blues player. Good hit by Malachi Smith, knocks him to the ice, and the Power come away with the loose puck as they have room. Shot on, glove save, held on to by Stutzer. Blues will keep the same 5-man unit on the ice. Spatansky lines up, take this draw. It is won by the Power back to the point. They go D to D. Their shot, that gets on, loose puck in front. Kick to the corner by Brooks. He then sends it up to Blanchard. Blanchard tries to go to the center. It's almost picked off by Power. Brooks comes away with it. He lead mans the puck to Wessel. Wessel chips it into the zone, gets around the last man. He takes a shot. That goes just wide. And heads up, Blues got to get back as Power come through the neutral zone with speed. They get to the outside, long shot. That's on net. That is held on to, or it's not held on to. Brooks picks it up behind the net. He pushes it forward. Good stick by Brooks, breaks up that play. He's going to skate it behind his own net. He tips it forward for Spatansky. Spatansky goes far side to Blanchard. Blanchard, he's going to put it in. He goes for a line change. Brooks, I think, is behind the net. Shot on by Rubis from the point, blocked to the corner. Rubis pinches and holds. Goes over far side for Rubis. Rubis sends it back on net. That shot is deflected to the near side board. Grabbed by Wessel, sent to Peterson. Peterson's going to take it in deep. He skates it behind the net. He goes out to Harris. Harris kicks it back to his stick. Back over, tries to send it to the front of the net. That hits something and goes back low. Harris controls, drops for Schneider. Schneider out to Peterson. Peterson shot on, and that deflects and goes in. I'm not sure who got it. We'll see who goes through the line. But the Blues deflect one in, and that's going to be a goal. Put the Blues up by 6. Blues have stopped going through the high five line. They just come back to the dot line up. They keep the same group out. Face off won by the Blues. Harris brings it into the zone. He skates it to the corner. He looks for somebody. He gets it out to the point to Rubis. Rubis skates the line. He's going to take it in far side on the dots. He tries to go to the center. That's picked up. Harris knocks it off. Schneider grabs it. Power grab it. They're going to flip it all the way to the blue zone. Peterson has to come back, grab it. He stops behind the Blues net. He goes out to Rubis. Rubis off the boards for Schneider. Schneider tips it around one. He gets to the outside. He tries to go in front for Harris. Hits something, goes on net. Good heads up save by the Power goaltender there. As loose puck pushed back behind the net. Schneider battles for it. And Powers Payo is going to bring it back to the neutral zone. They cross the red line. They cross in, and they are offsides. .608 left here in the second period. Blues lead 6-0. Blues send out the Giorgio Boyer Zilm line up front with Miniman and Komodowski on defense. Neutral zone face-off. Ref's going to push the wingers right back out. And face-off won by the Power. They're going to throw it deep into Blues corner. Miniman's there for it. He pulls up. He goes in front of the net for Giorgio. Giorgio to Zilm. That bounces off of his stick. Power grab it. They send it towards the front of the net. Nobody home for the Blues. Aggressive rebound. Power grid it. They're going to skate it back in. They get it to the front. That puck is picked up by Boyer, and then here comes Boyer to the outside. He's got Giorgio breaking with him. Boyer on a breakaway now. Shoot! And his shot goes just high. And then Power tried to clear, held in by the glove of Miniman, and that will be a hand pass against Miniman. .535 left here in the second period. Blues up 6-0. Neutral zone face-off after that hand pass against the Blues. Giorgio lines up to take it. It is won by Giorgio. Back to Miniman. He goes to Komodowski. He skates on his own blue line. He sends it up off a power stick. It deflects. Giorgio picks it up. He takes it to the near side. He tries cutting towards the front. That is knocked off of his stick. Zilm gets knocked down. And Boyer hits his man. Giorgio picks up the loose puck, skates it behind the net, tries to go to Zilm in front. Zilm can't get enough stick on it. It goes into the far side corner. And more roughhousing behind the net. Referee sorting out that mess. At least a Powers player going to the bench, or to the penalty box. Looks like Giorgio's going to go too. So we'll have offsetting minors, coincidental minors with 5:09 left here in the second period. Giorgio goes to the box, and a Power player goes to the box. So we'll have 5-on-5 hockey. Blues send out Crowley to center Giorgio's wingers. Looks like the Power got an extra penalty on that. So Blues will go to the power play maybe. Not sure. Waiting for the penalty to go on the clock. Blues do go to their power play. 5:09 left here in the second period. And we are ready to get this game back underway. Crowley lines up. He wins the draw. He sends it out to Smith. Smith sends it back to his partner, Brooks. Brooks down low for Boyer. Boyer back out to Brooks. Brooks skates the line. He's got space. He goes back to Boyer. Boyer holds it. He goes far side. His pass picked off. That was intended for Smith. And here comes the Power shorthanded into the Blue zone. They take it to the outside. They go far side to the point. He brings it in. That's a shot. That goes wide. And Crowley's going to pick it up. He skates through the neutral zone, chips it around one man. Zilm gets there. He's going to take it down low. Tries to send it to the front. Hits the skate. He controls in the corner. Power grab it. They hold it in the corner. Crowley goes to help Zilm. And Boyer steps in. He grabs it, and Blues are going to go to a 5-on-3 power play as Power take another penalty. And so Blues go to a 5-on-3 power play for 40 seconds. Then they'll have another 50 seconds of 5-on-4 if they don't score. Blues send out Fugner, Bauer. Bauer's up front as Giorgio is in the box still. So center combination's going to be a little messed up here for a little bit. And refs are getting this situated with the scorekeeper. They got one of the penalties up on the wrong side here. That's okay. Face-off is going to be taken by Fugner. It is 5-on-3. It is won by the Blues. Rubus sends it out to the point, or Rubus gets it from Fugner. He goes to Peterson. Peterson, one-time shot. That goes wide. And Power able to clear as both Blues defensemen were pulled in for the offensive effort there. Rubus retrieves it in his zone. He's going to skate it through the neutral zone. He crosses the red line, crosses the blue line, drops it for Fugner. Fugner goes over to Peterson. Peterson shot off the crossbar. That comes all the way out to the neutral zone. Rubus picks it back up. He's going to skate it again. He gets around one man, knocks a stick out of his hand. Rubus drops it for Peterson. Peterson skates the line, goes down to Bowers. Bowers can't do it, and they spring a man from the box shorthanded, and good back check by Peterson breaks that play up. He has it roll off of his stick, and now he has to battle for it as Power sent it to the front, nobody home. Bowers tips it forward for Bauer, and then Bauer has it roll on his stick. They bring it right back out to the neutral zone. Rubus grabs it, circles. He makes a move. He crosses into the Power zone. He brings it in. He reverses. He goes far side for Komodowski, who's fresh on the ice. Komodowski circles, takes it down low into the corner. He's going to skate it behind the net. He goes out to Fugner. Fugner gives it back to Komodowski. Komodowski shot, blocked by the shoulder of the Power goaltender and goes into the net over the glass. Blues send out Spatansky, Blanchard, Wessel up front. 5 seconds left in the power play. Miniman and Komodowski will be the defensive pair. Spatansky lines up, take this draw to the Power goalie's left. Power win it. They take it behind their own net. They're going to send it out far. Miniman lets it go as he reverses behind his own net. He goes up the boards for Wessel. Wessel with the man on him tips it forward for Spatansky. Spatansky gets to the outside with space shot on. Another save by the Power goaltender. Loose puck goes far corner. Miniman pinches, holds it down low, sends it to Blanchard. Blanchard to Wessel. Wessel back out to the point to Komodowski. Komodowski has it knocked off of his stick, and now he's going to have to be in a foot race as he wins it. He reverses in his own zone. He's going to take it in front of the Blues net. He goes to Blanchard. Blanchard through the neutral zone has it knocked off of his stick. Miniman grabs it. He goes up the boards for Wessel. Wessel far side for Komodowski. Komodowski's going to skate it into the Power zone. He takes it to the outside. He reverses in the corner. He goes out to Miniman. Miniman settles the puck. He takes a shot on net. Pad save. Loose puck in front. And that is held on to by the Power goaltender for another whistle. 1:51 left here in the second period. Blues lead 6-0. Blues send out Fugner, Schneider, Harris up front with Smith and Brooks as the defensive pair. 5-on-5 hockey. Face-off is won by the Blues. Smith has it at the blue line. He takes a shot, pad save, and that goes into the netting, and we'll have another face-off from the same spot to the Power goaltender's right, as he has been under constant pressure today. Blues came with the same intensity as they had yesterday. Fugner lines up to take this draw. That face-off is won by the Power. They have it in their own corner. Fugner stays on him, hits his man. Schneider goes in to help him. Power slip away with it. They try to go far side. They connect, and they're going to bring it through the neutral zone. And they take a long shot. That deflects off the stick of Smith. Goes far side. Harris has it. He's going to skate it through. He chips it forward for Fugner. Fugner kicks it to himself. He tries to pass it to Schneider. It knocks off of his stick, and Power bring it back through. Good stick by Fugner, by Harris, breaks that up. Brooks picks it up in the blue zone. He reverses for Malachi Smith. Malachi Smith, far side. He hits Schneider. That's tipped in deep off a Powers player's stick, and Schneider and Harris go behind the net. Harris comes away with it. He tips it for Fugner. Fugner helps him. Harris kicks it to himself. He comes out to the point to Smith. Smith over to his partner Brooks. Brooks makes a move at the blue line, tries to get it back to Smith. Comes out to the neutral zone. Blues have to retreat, and Smith's going to take it right back in. He gets around one man. Harris picks up the loose puck, gives it to Smith. Smith's shot on. That goes just wide. Schneider picks up the puck, tips it back for Brooks. Brooks skates down low. Shot. That goes just over the blocker of the Powers goalie. They clear again. This one's going to come all the way out, and that should go for icing, and it does. Blues send out Giorgio, Zilm, and Boyer up front to finish out this period. Blues win the faceoff. They put it in deep. Giorgio kicks it behind the net for Boyer. That Zilm takes a hit. Power able to clear to the neutral zone. Heads up. As good back check by Peterson as he breaks up what could have been a opportunity, and that is held on to. That'll do it for the second period. Your Blues lead 6-0. We'll be back for the third here shortly. And we are ready to get the third period underway. Blues will continue with Giorgio, Zilm, and Boyer up front. Peterson and Rubis will be the defensive pair. Face-off won by the Blues back to Rubis. He gives it to his partner Peterson. Peterson goes far side for Boyer. Boyer's going to bring it into the zone. He tips it on net. That's blocked to the side of the net. Giorgio picks up the rebound. He goes out to Rubis at the point. Rubis down low for Zilm. Zilm in front, and it is held on to by the Power goalie. So we'll have an offensive zone face-off to the left of the Power goaltender. No change in personnel. We are not doing running clock today. So not sure who made the decision yesterday, but it's still here. Loose puck is pushed towards the net. Quick heads-up save by the Power goaltender again. Then Power able to clear it. Peterson pushes his man to the outside, holds him there. Boyer helps on the sideboard. And now Peterson comes away with it. He takes it into the corner. He reverses, and he gets knocked down. Boyer picks up the loose puck. He tips it forward for Giorgio. Power grab it. They're going to send it right back. Puck squirts to the front. Giorgio grabs it, drops it for Peterson. Peterson stops behind his net. He has it knocked off. He has to battle, knocks it to Rubis. Rubis reverses in his own corner. He goes up for Zilm. Zilm tries to go far side, hits Giorgio in the leg. Giorgio comes away with it, brings it in, drops it for Zilm. Zilm tries to go back to Giorgio. Smart move, but it was picked off. Is now Power cleared the neutral zone. Miniman has it. He crosses the red line in between the blue line, throws it in deep. Power pick it up as the Blues are going for a line change. They go far side. Send it up, hits off the skate of Crowley. They grab it, they put it into the blue zone. Komodowski picks up that puck. He tries to go up the boards for Bowers. It hits a skate and picked off by the Power player. Now they're going to battle behind the Blues net court. Crowley comes out with it. He sends up the boards for Bauer. Bauer battles forward, and they get a shot off, and that's on net, held on to by the Stutzer, and we'll have a defensive zone face-off. Blues complete the line change. Komodowski, Miniman up front, or on defense. Crowley, Bauer, Bowers in back. Face-off won by the Blues. Here comes Bauer through the neutral zone with speed. He tries to get to the outside. He gets there. He gets held on to and still holds on to the puck. Tries to get to the front to Bowers. Puck goes through his and Crowley's stick. Power come away with it. They push it around Smith. And Brooks has to get back. They take a shot from the side of the net, deflects into the corner. Brooks comes away with it. He sends it to Bowers. Bowers going to skate it through the neutral zone. He brings it into their zone, gets to the outside. Shot, that goes wide. Nobody home on the Blues point as they're making a line change. Or no, they were both in on the offense, and they're going to have to retreat, pick that up. Brooks disrupts their entry. He's going to skate it back to the neutral zone. Power grab it. They go D to D out of his reach. They're going to have to retrieve it in their own corner. Spatansky on the forecheck. He hits his man, holds it there. Wessel comes in to help him out. Power player comes away with it. He skates to the front. Blanchard tips the pass. They still complete it. And here come the Powers 2-on-2 back into the blue zone. Good move to get around Smith. The puck rolls, though, and it is knocked to the corner. Smith battles a man. Spatansky helps him out. He sends it to Wessel. Wessel tries to get around the point man. That is picked off. Spatansky picks the puck back up again. He clears the neutral zone, sends it forward to Blanchard. Blanchard drops it for Spot. Spot pushes forward again. Wessel grabs it, tips it into their zone. Power grab it. They go near side boards, now back into the blue zone. Good stick by Smith, breaks that up. He grabs the loose puck after he tipped it, sends it to Wessel. Wessel brings it to the outside. He brings it towards the net. He has room. He has to pull up as he got pushed to the outside. Wessel drops it for Rubis. Rubis makes a move. He gets to the center. Shot on net. Loose puck in front. And it is under Blanchard, and they're going to blow the whistle as they couldn't see it anymore. $11:13 left here in the third. Blues up 6-0. They'll continue with Spatansky, Blanchard, Wessel up front. Peterson, Rubis will be the defensive unit. Spatansky lines up, take this draw to the Powers goalie's right. It is won by the Power. They bring it through the neutral zone. They come through with speed. They get to the outside. Rubis blocks a shot with his stick, goes to the far corner, and Blues are going to go to a penalty kill, I believe. I'm not sure. Or no, they call offsides, maybe? I don't know what they called. Had their arm, oh, they called a high stick against the Power. Okay, so no penalty, just a high stick, puck knocked down with the stick. Blues send out Bugner, Harris, Schneider up front. Peterson and Rubis will be the defensive pair still. Face-off, won by Bugner, back to Rubis. Rubis skates the line. He goes to his partner, Peterson. Peterson takes a shot, saved by the goalie. Schneider pushes it behind the net for Bugner. He battles for it. Puck comes out. Power player grabs it. Schneider comes out. And they're going to bring it all the way out. They put it in. They cross the blue line. They dump it in deep. Peterson picks that up behind the Blues net. He reverses for Rubis. Rubis goes far side to Schneider. Schneider tips it forward. He brings it into the zone. He goes forward, puts it behind the net for Harris. Harris to Bugner on the side. Tries to go to Schneider. Schneider gets knocked down, still able to get the puck back to Peterson. Peterson reverses. He's going to take a shot. That's blocked to the corner by the goaltender. Harris and Rubis hold that at the line. Rubis makes a move. Gives it to Schneider. Schneider shot on. Another great save by the Power goalie. Rubis gets it back. He takes a shot. Schneider picks up the loose puck. He tries to put it behind the net, and then that's going to go into the netting right over us here. And they'll have to get another puck because that one's not coming back in play. And a nice power span. Grabs it and throws it back on the ice for the officials. Blues send out Giorgio, Boyer, and Zilm up front. Miniman Komodowski will be the defensive pair. Referee's going to push Boyer and the power winger back out to the dot. Now we're ready to drop, and it is won by the Blues. Miniman takes a slap shot that is deflected or blocked, but Blues still control. Komodowski fights on the boards with it. They're going to clear it up. They get it over Boyer. Miniman goes back, retrieves it at the blue line, and then the Power are going to bring it in offsides. No change in personnel for the Blues after that Power's offsides. Giorgio lines up, take this draw across from the Blues bench. Face-off is won by the Blues, or the Power, I don't know who won that, whatever. Somebody won it. Blues battle for it in the neutral zone. Power grab it. They forward the puck, hits off the stick of their own guy. Komodowski grabs it. He reverses on the sideboards near side. Power pick it up, and they put it back towards the front. It trickles behind the Blues net. Giorgio grabs it, fans on his pass. He sends it to the corner. That's picked off. Wide open in front is a man. Boyer picks up the loose puck as no Power player can get a stick on that. Otherwise, they're wide open. Brings it in, tries to go far side for Komodowski. That's out of his reach. Komodowski retrieves it. He puts it in deep, hits off a stick. Giorgio and a Powers player collide. Powers come away with the puck. They send it around deep, all the way out to the point. Miniman holds. He sends it back towards the net, stick down, and heads up. Power on a breakaway, and they shoot wide. Blues defense got picked apart by a seam pass there. They didn't realize that forward snuck behind them, and they connected the pass pretty beautifully. And Power's getting some pressure here. Another shot on from the point. That's gloved down by Stutzer. And Blues have had enough of this. So they'll send out a fresh five-man unit here with 7:49 left in the third. Crowley, Bowers, Bauer up front. Smith and Brooks on defense. Face-off is won by the Blues. Brooks has it in the corner. He goes behind the net, out to the far side. Bowers on the sideboards battles with Crowley. Puck slips out to Malachi Smith. He goes behind the net for Brooks. Brooks is going to go for a skate. He goes up for Bowers. Bowers with room, brings it in. He gets to the outside. He gets caught up to. Good play by the Powers defender there to knock him off the puck. Malachi Smith on the pinch almost holds. And puck comes out. Brooks grabs it at the line. Or I'm sorry, that's Bauer grabs it at the line. Gives it to Brooks. Brooks to Crowley. Crowley tips it forward from Bauer. Bauer gets the stick knocked out of his hand. And here come the Blues back in as Power take it right back. They're going to bring it into the Blues zone. They put it in deep. They're going to go for a change. Brooks picks it up in the far side corner. He makes a move. He's going to skate it into the neutral zone. He goes far side for Bauer. Bauer brings it into the power zone. He tries to take the shot. It gets knocked off of his stick. Then he pushes it back to the corner. Good hold again at the line by Brooks as Power finally able to clear. They go out, and now it is tied up right outside the Blues bench. And heads up. Here come the Powers, 2-on-1 back in. Good smart play by Malachi Smith to not get off the ice there. As that would have been a 2-on-1. Puck goes behind the net. Pushed around the sideboards. Wessel fresh on the ice. Gets it. He gets around one man. He's got one to beat. Gets to the outside. He reverses. He holds on to the puck. Makes a move around another guy. The second Power player comes and grabs it. And Wessel's going to go to the box for tripping. So with 5:55 left in the third, Blues go to their first penalty kill of the game as Wessel goes to the box for a tripping minor penalty. Blues will keep Spatansky and Blanchard up front. They send out Rubis and Peterson on defense. Face-off is one to the corner by the Blues. Rubis skates it behind the Blues net. He puts it high off the glass. That tips off of a power stick into the neutral zone. They grab it on their own blue line. Their pass back across is tipped. They pick it back up. They skate it towards the center. Drop to the point. Long shot. That's on net. Saved by Stutzer with the glove and held on to. Face off, won by the Power. It is stripped off the stick by Rubis. He's going to skate it out of the blue zone into the neutral zone now, across the red line. He brings it in. He puts it forward for Blanchard. Blanchard's going to forecheck behind the net. Rubis gets hit after he dumps it. Blanchard grabs it, sends it back out to the point. He goes far side for Spatansky. Spatansky's one-timer is not connected on. Blanchard battles behind the net, and Spatansky picks off a pass. Power take it right back, and here they come through the neutral zone, and they're offsides. Rubis took out a little frustration as he got leveled a little bit earlier, and then he hit somebody late. No call on that. Schneider and Fugner onto the ice with Miniman and Komodowski. Face-off won by the Blues. Blues didn't realize their foul. Blues have been playing shorthanded for about 15, 20 seconds as Wessel never came out of the box. Wessel comes away with it. He brings it in to the outside, gets it to the net. He gets taken down, no call. And they're going to push it back through the neutral zone. And they are round one. Komodowski's back 2-on-1. Long shot, saved by Stutzer, and then they score. So 6-1 in favor of the Blues now after that break. And now we're doing a running clock, so I'm not sure what's going on.
Last 7 minutes.
Blues will keep the Fugner-Harris-Schneider line out front. Face-off won by the Blues. Schneider pushes it in. He goes around one. He beats his man to it. He takes it to the corner. He sends it out to Fugner on the sideboards. Fugner reverses down deep. Harris and Schneider go behind the net for it. Harris wins that battle. He's going to skate the line. He goes down low for Fugner. Fugner back to Harris. Harris shot. That deflects. Fugner grabs it. Shot on. And that is held on to him. We'll have another face-off. Powers player is not happy with his own teammate there. So offensive zone face-off. No change in personnel for the Blues. It is won by the Blues. Fugner controls. He tries to go to Schneider in front. Schneider gets it in front. Couple shots and another save. And they're going to hold on to it again. Blues will do it again from the left of the power goaltender. Fugner lines up to take this one. It is won by the Blues. It goes out to the point to Brooks. Brooks goes far side into the corner. Harris and Fugner go on the chase. Power come away with it. They're going to chip it around. Good stick. And they're going to say it hit something exiting the zone. And the Blues will make a line change with a minute 35 of running clock. They're going to send out Giorgio, Boyer, Zilm up front. Brooks and Smith will continue on defense. Face off, won by Power. They clear out to the Blues zone. Blues pick it up just inside their blue line. That's Brooks. He stops, gives it to his partner Smith. Smith goes behind the net for Brooks. Brooks goes back to Smith in the corner. Smith's going to bring it out. He chips it around one man. Boyer grabs it. He goes far side for Zilm. And here come the Blues with numbers. Drops for Brooks. Brooks back to Zilm. Zilm in front. And there's a goal by the Blues. So Blues goal with 46 seconds left. With the Blues back up by 6. Face-off is won by the Power. They control in the neutral zone. 15 seconds left in the game. They're going to put it in deep. That goes behind. Rubis grabs it. He's going to kick it forward. He sends it all the way over to Bauer. Bauer tries chipping it around. That goes back in, and that's offsides, and that's going to do it. Your Blues win 7-1 here in Game 2 against the Sioux Falls Power. So we'll be back. I think we're off next weekend. We'll be back the following weekend. And until then, we will see ya.